What's up, guys? Cash Mini here. Yes, I know it's been a long time, but hey, I'm finally back, and today I'm gonna be giving you guys a review on something that came in the mail. Now, I already know what this is, and you could probably guess by what this is by the title or the thumbnail or whatever the heck you saw. But if you don't know what it is, I'm gonna show you. But first, I gotta show you this. So my mom went out shopping yesterday because it was Black Friday, and she picked me up a Christmas sweater because in case you guys didn't know, yes, I still go to school. I'm in high school. My last year, I'm a senior this year, and she got me a Christmas sweater because we're marching in the band this year because where I live in Dusha, we're having a Christmas parade in 2 weeks, and we have to wear a sweater, like a Christmas sweater of some kind. So she got me this Christmas sweater. It's the Grinch. The Grinch. It's got the Grinch on it. I'm gonna try to show you this. Yeah, it says "Oh Joy." It's the Grinch, and I'm actually gonna wear it for this video because it's new, and I love my mom. So, yeah, taking that on my sweatshirt off, throwing this thing on, and boom, I am wearing this weird Christmas sweater because why not? It's weird, I know. It's got the Grinch, but it's whatever. Yeah. So anyways, So anyways, guys, let's get this unraveled, and see what this is. Because I already know what this is, but you guys don't, unless you saw the title of the thumbnail. But it's whatever. So let's get this unraveled and see what this is all about. Oh God, my friends keep messaging me on Snapchat. This is an excellent start. There are certain things in life that you cannot stage. Alright, so anyways, besides that, let's get this unraveled and see what this is. I'm wired into what this is, but you guys probably don't unless you see the title or the thumbnail, but it's whatever. So let's get this unraveled. So as you can see, this came from good old eBay. So let's see what we have inside here. Pocket knives. Kids, I use a pocket knife because I was a Boy Scout, and plus it's good to have one for when you're opening. But I highly recommend if you're a little kid and you're not opening this responsibly by yourself, have a grown-up open it for you, because why not? Well, admittedly, I don't think I really need a knife. Just need something to cut it open with, and I hope I don't get age restricted because of this. But it's, it's sharp. But okay, here we go. And it's ironic because of what this is, because the tags say fragile, handle with care. Alright, it feels and is what I thought it is. Yep, it is. So to find one of these in this cool, interesting shape is actually nice. It's Tom Petty's Full Moon Fever solo album. This was Tom's #1 best-selling album in the U.S. in 1989. Well, I wouldn't say a #1 album, but it was his best-selling album in the U.S. in 1989, just under Tom Petty, and not Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, which was interesting. And Tom, interestingly enough, he didn't want it to be with the Heartbreakers. He wanted it to be by Tom Petty because he did a thing with the Traveling Wilburys that made him realize that he could have a career outside of the Heartbreakers. Now, why was it called Full Moon Fever? Because it was Tom Petty. Let's see what kind of shape this is in. This was used, but I'm hoping everything's Okay, so this is exactly how it was in the picture. This is what the disc looks like. It's got the song names written all over it. Like you can see, number 1 is Free Fallin', 2 is I Won't Back Down, 3 is Love Is a Long Road. That's very nice. These are very nice. Love Is a Long Road. Like, all these songs are nice ones. Well, I haven't heard all of them, but lately I've been listening to some of these on Spotify, not on this album. Well, from this album, but just not on this disc. I've been listening to some of them on Spotify, and I really like. I do like Free Fallin', and I like I Won't Back Down, and of course, you can't forget the fan favorite, Running Down a Dream, or Facing the Crowd. But I do love, I love Love Is a Long Road, Feel a Whole Lot Better, Depending on You, the Apartment Song. That's nice. It's got a new disc smell. And then you got, it's got Free Fallin', I Won't Back Down, Love Is a Long Road, Facing the Crowd, Running Down a Dream, Feel a Whole Lot Better. That was a song by the Byrds. You're So Bad, Depending on You, the Apartment Song, Alright for Now, A Mind with a Heart of Its Own, and Zombie Zoo. They're nice. But what's interesting is the inside of this right here is the same as this on the back. It's interesting that they did that. It's a picture of Tom, but this picture of Tom was also used for the single, as the single a picture for A Face in the Crowd. I'll put that picture over this. But it's very interesting that they included them twice. See it here and then here. It's weird. But let's see what this has to offer. So this is it. Let's see what's in here. I think it just gives a... Full Moon Fever. That's very interesting. It's, this is cool. This is cool. Like, it's got the the description of everything, you know. When it says recorded at MC Studios, that means Mike Campbell Studios, because they recorded most of this at Mike Campbell. The Heartbreakers lead guitarist, at his personal garage studio. So that's where most of them came from, and they recorded some of them at the additional stuff was recorded at Rumbo, Sunset Sound, Devonshire Studios, Conway, and Tom's favorite, Sound City. I like Sound City. And this has just got all the lyrics and stuff. Here's a picture of Tom. Thinking I think this is at Mike's personal a recording studio. Here's a picture of Tom at that. That's actually nice. At least that's what I think it is. And here's a letter from Tom to the people in this. So all in all, this is pretty interesting and nice. So I'm gonna put this back in here. I've listened to some of the songs on this. I've not listened to the full album, but it's a very nice album. So I do recommend that you guys get this. It's a good one too. Yeah. Oh, and on the back it's got this on the back. This compact disc contains program transferred from analog tape and therefore may contain some tape hiss and other anomalies that exist with analog recordings. Very interesting. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna give you my final thoughts on this, and if this is something that you should get for yourselves. Oh, hey guys. So it's the next day, and I know how in the last scene I was going to be saying that I was going to be telling you guys my final thoughts on this, and if this would be something you should get for yourselves. Well, it turns out that I had forgotten to tell you guys the origin story on this, and and it turns out I had forgotten to even pick this back up again. But that's okay, I have to add the origin story in anyway, so I might as well just do it again. So, here we go. So, on how Full Moon Fever even exists, for some of you who may or may not know, is this is Tom Petty's first solo album. That's not addressed to Tom Petty or the Heartbreakers, it's just Tom Petty. And the reason why is because when he was doing a recording session for George Harrison, which had Roy Orbison, Jeff Lynne, and Bob Dylan, which ended up becoming the Traveling Wilburys. Oh, no. The Traveling Wilburys. Yeah, there we go. He realized that he could have a career outside of the Heartbreakers. So he put the Heartbreakers on hiatus a little bit, and with Jeff Lynne and some of the members of the Heartbreakers, especially Mike Campbell, the guitarist, at his garage studio, they recorded this album there. That's why it says MC Studios, because that stands for Mike Campbell Studios, because they recorded it in Mike Campbell's garage. So that's where this came from. This was released in 1989, but it was recorded between 1987 and 1988. And the reason why it didn't come out till a year after that is because originally Tom submitted this album to the MCA. To MCA right down here in 1989, but no, in 1988. But what happened was, I'm sorry, it's just on my light on here. That's what it is. Yeah, so he submitted this to them in 1988, but the executives there at the time, they played the whole album, and surprisingly or shockingly in their opinions, or in our opinions, they didn't hear a hit from this. So they rejected this at first. And that's what made Tom decide he didn't want to be on this label anymore. So at one dinner with, I think, George and Jeff, and they were with somebody from Warner Brothers. They were telling him how Tom had gotten rejected, and they were like, why don't you play him one of the songs on this album? So Tom brought a guitar out and played, I think, Free Fallin' for him, and the guy and the person of Warner Brothers was like, that's a great song, and he right on the block said, do you want to record for Warner Brothers? And Tom said yes, and he signed with them, but they kept the contract hidden for several years because he, believe it or not, even though he had this album, he still owed MCA, I think. He still owed MCA like 2 more albums, I think, because after this, album. That's when they made Into the Great Wide Open and the Greatest Hits album. Then after the Greatest Hits album, that's when Tom made Wildflowers, which was on Warner Brothers. But anyways, back to how this officially got released. Tom waited, smartly enough, he waited till the original Cher people left, and when the new people came in, he submitted the album to them, and they played it, and they thought like how we would, this is great. So they said, we'll release it, and that's how we got Full Moon Fever, Tom Petty's first solo album. And if that hadn't happened, we probably would have never have had Full Moon Fever. I mean, maybe we would have on Warner Brothers, but we wouldn't have had it through MCA, which would have been very shocking. And I also think that too, that if this had never gotten made, Tom probably would have never made another solo album or tried to make another solo album after this. But it's you know, it's a great album. And so now we're gonna get into the final thoughts. Do I think you guys should get this album for yourselves? I say yes, as a personal Tom Petty fan, and some of you might actually be a Petty fan yourself. But I think you should, because it's got it's got hits like Free Fallin', I Won't Back Down, Love Is a Long Road. That's a good song. Love Is a Long Road. I highly recommend you guys listen to that song. Love Is a Long Road. That's a good one. A Face in the Crowd's a good one. Okay. Now I'm running down a dream. That's an interesting song. Mike Campbell said that was a good song to record, and he wished the Heartbreakers had recorded that song. And it would have been great, but it wouldn't have sounded the way it did. But it still would have been a good song for the Heartbreakers to record. And one of my favorites is Tom's cover of the Byrds, Feel a Whole Lot Better. That's a good one. You're So Bad, that's a good one. Depending on You and the Apartment song, they're my Depending on You, the Apartment song, and Love Is a Long Road are my three favorite songs from this album that I hadn't heard before in my life. I had obviously already heard Free Fallin' before. I'd heard Won't Back Down 1,000 times. I've heard either Free Fallin' or Won't Back Down so many times from the radio playing them. And I've heard Face in the Crowd. That's a classic. Like, I love Face in the Crowd. It's a good one. I have not heard Alright for Now. It's probably a good one. I've never heard A Mind with a Heart of Its Own. That's an interesting title. I would have said A Heart with a Mind of Its Own, which is a good thing to say. A Mind with a Heart of Its Own. And Zombie Zoo. Apparently that's about a real place. A real club. But yeah, this is a stickiness of it. Weird. Anyways, so guys, again, do I think you guys should get this album for yourselves? I highly recommend you do, because this is a good one. And I feel like even if you weren't a Tom Petty fan, you would want to get this album. So I highly recommend you guys get Full Moon Fever. It's a good album. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this review. Sorry that I haven't been here for so long. A full video will come out on that, explaining where I've been. And I hope to be back with more videos soon. Hopefully. I just forgot to turn on the mic. Great, now that's going to be off. But, okay. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to get back to making more videos for you guys soon. So this is Cash, and and I'll see you guys here soon. Bye, guys. Oh, don't forget, I also have a good announcement. I have a podcast called the Cash Media Podcast, and next week, my cousins and I are going to be having our own podcast episode. So be on the look for that. I'll link the podcast below. And I actually got to upload the second episode of the podcast, and I think I got to do the third episode, or maybe no, yeah, I got to do the third episode. I got to do a third one. Well, maybe that one might be the third one, but who knows? I will be doing that. So yeah, be on the lookout for that, and also go back and listen to the previous podcast episodes. I can't talk today, and check out the first podcast episode here on YouTube. I will upload the second one. Actually, we'll get off this and upload it now. And this will be uploaded after that, maybe. But anyways, guys, thank you guys again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you did, be sure to like, to like this video and subscribe for more. And leave a comment down below on which album by Tom Petty is your favorite, and which album do you think I should review next. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today. This is Cash. I'll see you guys right back here very soon. Stupid plastic. Alright, anyways, guys, just see ya. Bye.